Am I visible, audible? दिख रहा हूँ नहीं दिख रहा? Am I visible and audible? Okay, let's start. तो एग्जाम्स हैव बीन पोस्टपोन्ड टू फाउंडेशन के 8th 10th सॉरी 8th 10th 12th 14th December. ओके, इसका मतलब यू हैव टू मच टाइम नाउ. Around 55-56 days you have now from today. So you can definitely start preparing now. Especially let's talk about how to prepare for maths and law. Because those are the two subjects where I feel generally students have issues. Fine. Okay. First of all, let's talk about maths. Now what happens is, generally maths may students leave some chapters. Okay. Chapters especially like derivatives integration, correlation regression. Okay, I don't know why, but many students leave these chapters because they feel they are difficult. Okay, then many students leave log. Log तो मतलब पसंद ही नहीं होता है, log करना ही नहीं होता है. Okay, so many students leave log also. So now you have time, cover these chapters. Derivatives integration, even if weightage is less, at least two questions will come in exam. Okay, so you should not lose those 2 marks. It is not that difficult. Now you have time. Okay, if you did not have time, then मैंने बोला था मत करो, छोड़ दो. But now since you have time, don't skip it. Okay. Correlation regression, again a very easy chapter. If you know calculator shortcuts, nothing at all is difficult. It is very scoring, you can get full marks in that. Logarithm is something which comes up in every chapter. Okay, log is there in APGP also, log is there in derivatives also, log is there in index numbers also a bit. Log is there in equations also. So don't skip log. Log is important, even though many students don't like it. बहुत सारे students को नहीं अच्छा लगता है वो. Students don't like that, but still don't skip that chapter. Especially maths में now, the chapters which you have not studied, give them priority first. Okay, maths में priority किसको देनी है? Chapters which are not studied, untouched chapters. Then वो होने के बाद maths में now for those who have not made not solved any extra questions, start solving as many extra questions as you can now, as much practice as you can. Because maths में कैसे होता है देखो, maths में ठीक है आप करते गए, you keep on doing keep on reading formulas पढ़ते गए, पढ़े हर रोज formulas पढ़ा, तो भी एग्जाम में it is not that useful. If you know the formula but you don't know how to apply the concept, then it is of no use. So once you are through with all the formulas, if you 100% know all the formulas, then the only thing remaining is practice. So keep on practicing. What sources do you have for practice? You have ICI module, which is the main. For those who have not solved ICI module is compulsory. You have to solve exercise and additional question bank. Many people say that, many people I have seen say that ICI module is not useful, but that is not the case. This is the most useful thing in entire CA course. ICI module के ही ऊपर हमारा syllabus होता है पूरा. Solve mock test papers, this attempt, past attempt, solve test series. Okay, we also conduct test series in classes, and there are a lot of classes जो test series conduct करते हैं. Try to solve as many test series as you can. Test series especially class के students को पता है, students in my class know that test series our tests are difficult. So try to solve them as much as you can. Keep practicing as much as you can. For maths you don't have a past exam paper, so if you can get a scanner, solve scanner questions, that will help. Other than that, focus on improving speed. Those who are still not good at speed, now focus on improving speed. Speed is very important. Okay, focus on calculator shortcuts, especially how to solve equations quickly. how to solve TVM questions quickly, how to solve central tendency and dispersion questions quickly, how to solve correlation and regression questions quickly. These parts are very important. Improving speed बहुत ज़्यादा important है. 2 hours 120 questions is otherwise impossible. Sorry, 2 hours, that is 120 minutes and 100 questions is impossible if you're not good with your calculator. So those tests are of other level, I know, okay, but if you are able to solve those tests, so then definitely you'll be able to score good in foundation exams. So they are difficult, I know, but okay, क्या कर रहे हो, right? So you have 120 minutes, you have 100 questions, which is comparatively difficult, not that easy. Okay, so understand, you have to keep on. जिन्होंने अब तक नहीं किया है, those who have not studied this now, those who have not studied calculated shortcuts till now, it is time to study them. Okay, some equation questions are time consuming, yes. See, from speed point of view, try to learn all the calculator shortcuts. Try to go by options first. Always your priority should be going by options. Wherever possible, go by options. In equations also, there are a lot of shortcuts. Not calculator shortcuts, but there are a lot of tricks which we have also seen in class. If you want, we can take a lecture someday on that. Okay, like for example, sometimes there are reciprocal of square of sum of reciprocal of roots, sum of square of roots, and something like that for quadratic equation. For that we have a lot. Okay, so for that we have a lot of ways to quickly solve it. Cubic equation also, there is a way to solve it. We have seen in class something called as what, synthetic division. Okay, we can use that. I'll explain someday. If you want, you can just let me know what chapters you want. So we'll take a session someday. Someday we'll take a whole day session on shortcuts and only shortcuts. So this is very important. Every possible chapter, even permutations and combinations, there are a lot of shortcuts like dictionary ranking question and so on. So learn those shortcuts properly. Otherwise, it is not possible to cover 100 questions in 120 minutes, let me tell you. And if you are aiming at 80 plus, which you should aim now, 80 plus पे aim करना ही चाहिए अपने. If you are aiming at that, then this is very important. So do that. Synthetic division, correct. Fine. So these are the tips you should follow for maths. Maths के लिए, if you feel like some chapter आता ही नहीं, you're not able to understand any chapter, then take one day maybe for that chapter separately and study it properly from first to end, start to end. Like regression, someone is saying. Okay, so regression, like I said, regression many people skip. Where did I write that? Derivative, integration, correlation, regression, log. These are favorite chapters of students to skip, I have seen, so don't do that. Fine. Differentiation and integration, you don't need to do it in that much detail, but you should know basic rules. You should know formulas. ऐसे formulas जो पता होने चाहिए, those you should know. Fine. Other than that, maths के लिए I think this is sufficient. Don't reduce your studying hours. In fact, increase them. Why reduce? Increase your study hours. See, if exam has postponed, that does not mean your target should remain same. If your exam has postponed, then if you are aiming at 60 plus, now you should aim at 80 plus. Why not? It is definitely possible. It is definitely possible because now you have around 56 days more from today. So definitely it is possible. ऐसा तो नहीं है कि you are at zero level. Zero level पे तो कोई भी नहीं है, right? So right now going from 0 to 60 is difficult. I know going from 60 to 80 is also difficult, but now you have time, so do it. Don't waste time. Don't reduce study hours in any case. Fine. For maths, if you want me to take any specific chapters, you can let me know. Okay, for those who don't have my number, you can contact me on Telegram. You can contact me on Telegram on this number. This is my personal number. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Everything changed, correct है? वो meme जैसे हो गया अब. And one more thing, We also have a Telegram channel. Okay. Now that channel will be very useful to you because वो channel पे ना I put MCQs daily. Okay. I put daily MCQs on that channel. So just join it. आपको ऐसे ही प्रैक्टिस के लिए रैंडम चैप्टर्स के MCQs मिलते जाएंगे. That will help. वो चैनल का लिंक I'll give you. Okay, the channel name is Math MCQs with CA Aniruddha Bhokle. CA Foundation Math MCQs. CA Foundation Math MCQs with CA Aniruddha Bhokle. Okay, you can join that channel. वहाँ पे I put MCQs daily on different channels. I have already joined, that is good. So random chapters reported. So join it, that might help. ठीक है. For maths ये तो हुआ. What about law? Law में main problem that students face is even more than remembering. Main problem that student faces English. Okay. So try to write as many answers as you can. Try to write at least one answer daily. Try to write at least one answer daily for law, which is compulsory. You have to focus on this because otherwise sub concepts are there. You know every concept, but that person that you're not able to convey your thoughts to the examiner, then that is of no use. Okay, so you have to write one answer daily. Now you have time to improve. For those जिनका grammatical थोड़ा सा weak है, grammar weak है, or those who are not able to convey your thoughts, convey their thoughts on sentences, practice writing one answer daily. Then for law, finish difficult chapters first. Finish, I mean, some people may not have done Companies Act, some people may not have done Contract Act and so on. Finish them first. Then whenever you start revising, always do cumulative revision. Cumulative revision means what? Whenever. This will help very much in remembering. Let me tell you, in my CA finals, I used to do cumulative revision. That helped me a lot. मुझे खुद बहुत help हुआ था उसको rank लाने में. Because how cumulative revision helps is, whenever you go to, let's say you have studied Unit 1 of Contract Act. Unit 1 of Contract Act, you are done. When you go to Unit 2 or whatever next chapter you are selecting, first come back to Unit 1. 15-20 minutes low, take 15-20 minutes. Only read headings, only read pointers, headings. Once you go through headings, then come back to Unit 2 and start your studies. Then once you go to Unit 3, again come back to Unit 1, take 15-20 minutes or half hour even, read only headings of Unit 1, Unit 2, all the headings, no content at all, only headings, 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 headings. Why this helps is, understand, अगर पढ़ते वक्त आपको लगा, if you feel while reading that okay, I know this heading but I don't know what is written here, or I don't remember reading this, then go inside and read it in detail. But cumulative revision always helps, especially nowadays you have time. You can definitely do this. Okay, so many messages are coming from people for exams. Okay, कितने सारे students के message आ रहे हैं. Okay, fine. Okay, so this cumulative revision helps a lot. Then for law also, I would suggest. Now for law, I would not suggest कि module से जाओ. If अगर आपने already module से किया, if you have already studied from module, then stick to module. Otherwise, if you have already studied from some other class notes or some book, anything, then stick to that. Okay, so stick to your book, stick to the selected book. Now many students feel this. Okay, बहुत सारे लोगों को लगता है कि अब ऐसा करते हैं कि चलो अब नया बुक लेते हैं. Okay, let's take new book and let's start studying now. So don't do that. Okay, compulsorily stick to the selected book. Go from that. Do not go to new book now. You don't have that much time. इतना भी टाइम नहीं है. Postponement 3 months से नहीं हुआ है. Okay, 55-56 days से हुआ है, right? So don't do that. Stick to your book, own book. If you have made some summary notes, go through them. If you have not made them, then no need to do it now. But only for difficult chapters you can prepare them, right? Many students feel, especially Companies Act. and LLP difficult. Why? Because Companies Act and LLP is not like contract and SOGA. It is purely procedural. Okay. Companies Act and LLP Act as such है ही नहीं हमारे syllabus में. हमारे syllabus में what is there? In our syllabus, only introduction of these acts is there. Right. They are not there in detail. So especially focus on those. Make your own summary notes for जो भी आपको difficult लगते हैं उनके लिए make your own summary notes. Not for others. Others you can read from your own book. That is it. Now, if anyone is facing any specific problem, you can ask me here. I'll answer. No issues. कोई specific problem है, case study based questions में problem आ रहा है, that writing की practice करो उसके लिए. Theory based questions में problem आ रहा है. Okay, especially for case study based questions, this will help. Especially for theory based questions, this will help a lot. So if you have any other doubt, you can ask me on chat. They are procedural. I know Companies Act, LLP Act are a bit procedural, so that is why it is a bit difficult to grasp them or to remember them. So I would suggest make your own short notes. In fact, like in class, we prepare charts. So the students from our class know we prepare charts like this. Let me show. We might have a chart of Companies Act somewhere here. So you can prepare charts like this. Okay. See, this contains entire Companies Act. This contains entire Companies Act chapter. So if you make your own charts like this, small charts, your own charts, not ready-made charts. If you take ready-made charts, then that is of not that much use. Okay, ready-made क्या किसी और ने किया आप पढ़ रहे हो तो then that is of no use, right? So do that, make charts like this. That will definitely help. Because एक बार chart किया ना तो automatically it gets revised. Fine. Case studies, then ultra wires, indoor management. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, for case studies, make an index. Okay, जैसे ये chart है. Understand, case studies are only there mainly in Contract Act. Right? Case studies are there mainly in Contract Act only. Okay, I'll not write here. Okay, this is a chart. Let me switch to that note. Case studies तो mainly ICA में है. Fine. Companies Act में है. Other than that, Sale of Goods Act में there are hardly 1 or 2 case studies. Partnership में there are hardly 3 or 4 case studies. Right? So focus on these. Make a separate index. How do you prepare an index? Just write names of the parties and write the decision in one line. That's all. Okay. Write names of the parties, write decision in one line. That's all. For example, whatever, Solomon versus Solomon and company, and then write the decision of that case in one line, only in one line. Okay, make an index like this. Start from last page of notebook. You might cover like 7-8 pages, not more than that. तो वो 7-8 pages अगर आपने आगे जाके 10 बार पढ़े तो then हो जाएगा. You don't need to. I mean, you won't need to remember anything specifically. Fine. Next is procedural part, ultra wires, indoor management. If you have any doubt in me, let me know. We'll see. कुछ session arrange कर सकते हैं, something. We'll discuss. Okay. Ultra wires, indoor management are important. Okay. Doctrine of ultra wires, doctrine of indoor management, doctrine of constructive notice. They are not. I mean, don't ignore them. They are important. Earlier they were in CA intermediate. Now they are in CA foundation syllabus. So don't skip them at all. Understand them very carefully. For case studies, you must have writing practice. Okay. You must follow the pattern: provisions, facts, conclusions, or facts, provisions, conclusion. In conclusion, do not just write in one line, okay, this is correct or this is wrong. In conclusion, always write your analysis and conclusion. Always write your own analysis and conclusion. So never try to deviate from this format. Generally for case studies, always follow this format. This helps because पढ़ने वाले को भी अच्छा लगता है. The person who reads it, he also feels good. Okay, he has written properly. And कंक्लूजन अगर लॉन्ग लिखा आपने, इफ यू राइट रॉन्ग कंक्लूजन, देन ऑब्वियसली द एग्जामिनर इज नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू मार्क्स, because then even if you have written the provision correctly, that means you have not understood the section. So don't do that. Write carefully. If you don't know something, then keep it for the end. Whatever is perfect, solve them first in exam. The questions about which you are confused, keep them at the end, no issues. But till the exam date, writing practice is very important. Daily at least one question you should write. For law also I would suggest write test series, write mock test papers, write RTPs. This is not there for maths, right? And past papers are very important. In this plus module, you have a lot of resources. You don't need any other book. Obviously, module के जगह पे आप already कोई और book कर रहे हो तो वही करो. Don't come back to module. Fine. Any other doubt? Tomorrow we'll take class. We'll finish time value of money tomorrow. Okay, remaining part applications, maybe half an hour or something. Don't write wrong section numbers. If you are not sure about section numbers, forget about it. Ideally, for Contract Act, you should know all the section numbers. Ideally, not all, but at least Contract Act, Unit 1, Unit 3, and even Unit 4, Unit 2 also consideration. Ideally, you should know the section numbers. Okay. Try to remember them. Just like case law index, make an index for section numbers. Write section number description, section number description. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to wherever, I mean up to whatever extent possible. Fine. So, anything else? If you are not sure about section number, do not write it. Only if you are sure, then you have to write. Otherwise, no. Strictly no. Anything else? Fine. Now we can keep some live batches if you want on YouTube. Let's first finish time value of money. Then we have to take statistics also, which is also very important. And if you have any doubt, you can contact me. Fine. So let's stop for now. All the best sabko. Remember, 80 plus is the target. It is not difficult. Now you have time. The only thing required is your willpower and your hard work. So do not reduce number of hours now. Do not get relaxed. You have time. Use it efficiently. 80 plus का ही target रखना है. Only when you keep target of 80 plus, you'll be able to achieve that. अगर आपने 60 plus का ही target रख के किया, तो obviously आपको 50-60 marks मिलने वाला है. So don't do that. Fine. Yes. So okay then. All the best everyone. Let's stop. ठीक है? चलो. Good night. Good night everyone. Okay, so many students are messaging. Fine, chalo, yes, good night. Bye, all the best.